Let me guess, you just got beaten again. You're staring at the respawn screen, blaming lag and making excuses. But what if the issue isn't the other player? What if the reason you keep losing is your own crosshair? The truth is, most players are held back by 5 simple aiming mistakes they don't even know they're making. Today, I will show you all 5 mistakes and how to fix them, so you can finally start winning in Rivals. First, and this is what separates good players from great ones, where is your crosshair when you're not in a fight? I'm talking about your basic crosshair placement. So many players around the map are staring at the ground like they're searching for lost car keys. This is a lazy habit that gets you eliminated. In a high-speed game, every moment counts. If your crosshair is on the floor, you waste valuable time dragging it up to the enemy. By the time you do that, the fight is already over and you have lost. The fix is to build a new habit. Always keep your crosshair at head or chest level. From now on, as you move around the map, try to point your crosshair where the enemy will probably show up. When you pick a corner, their aim should already be where their head is going to be. To make this easier, go into your settings and make your crosshair static. This stops it from growing and bouncing around, which can be a big distraction. A simple, clean dot or a cross shape in a bright, eye-catching color, like hot pink or lime green, will stand out against the map and help your brain focus on the one spot that matters. The second sign is that you always feel like you're a step behind. You're round the corner and bam, you're taking damage before you can even realize an enemy is there. This isn't just about having slow reflexes. It's a sign that you're waiting for things to happen instead of making them happen. In a game as fast as Rivals, you can't just wait for enemies to pop onto your screen. You have to expect them and be ready to shoot before you even see them. To fix this, you must learn to use your map knowledge to guide your aim. Stop running around with no plan. Start thinking like a hunter. Predict where your enemies will be. Think about the common spawn points, the paths players use most, and the popular spots to hold. Pay attention to sound cues. Footsteps, jump pads, and ability sounds are dead giveaways to an enemy's location. Then take that knowledge to an aim trainer or the in-game shooting range and practice snapping your aim to targets as soon as they appear. Your goal is to turn seeing an enemy and shooting an enemy into one single super fast action. The best practice is to jump into 1v1s or free-for-all modes against better players. Don't worry about your score. Losing over and over again will force you to adapt, think faster, and learn how to predict your opponent's moves. Sign number 3 is a tale as old as time. You spot an enemy, you flick your mouse to them, but your aim either underflicks or overflicks. Overflicking is when your crosshair moves past to the target. Underflicking is when it doesn't even reach the target. These are common and totally normal aiming mistakes. Even high-level players make them. That split second you spend trying to fix your mistake is the exact window a skilled player uses to eliminate you. If your first thought after a loss is to jump into your settings and change your sensitivity, this is you. A good aimer doesn't hit every shot perfectly. They adjust quickly when they miss just a little. That's what separates clean aim from random whiffs. Many players think their sensitivity is the problem, and yes, sensitivity can play a role. If it's too high, it's easier to aim in close range, but harder to make small adjustments at long range, and vice versa. While finding the right sensitivity is part of the answer, the real solution is to build better mouse control by being consistent. First, you need to find a sensitivity that feels comfortable, and this is the most important part. Stick with it. Many players do well with a lower sensitivity because it allows for smoother, more careful control. Once you've found your sensitivity, stop only practicing huge 180-degree emergency flicks. Instead, focus on the small, exact movements you make in a real fight. Go to the shooting range and practice snapping between 2 targets. Pay close attention to how you miss. If you're always overflicking, your sensitivity is likely too high. If you're underflicking, it might be low. We have all spent years aim training in other games. We didn't just show up in this game with perfect mechanics. Adjust it in small amounts and practice with it until it becomes pure muscle memory. Sign number 4 is very common. You land your first shot perfectly, but the moment the enemy starts sliding, jumping, and moving from side to side, your crosshair falls behind and you can't land another hit. Rivals is a game that's all about fast movement. Players never stand still. If your aim can't keep up with their unpredictable dodging, you're going to lose most of your fights. This is a tracking problem. You aren't just fighting an enemy, you're fighting their movement. The best way to fix this is to practice on targets that actually move, and the best way to do that is by simply playing FFA or 1v1s until you finally get used to it. The more you play, the better you will be. And here's a pro tip: try to copy their movements with your own. If they move left, you move left. If they move right, you move right. This trick, called movement aiming, makes striking feel much more natural and smooth. Over time, you will learn how to read your enemy's movement patterns, predict where they're going next, and keep your aim one step ahead of them. And the fifth and final sign, you plant your feet and stand perfectly still the moment you start shooting. You get your aim lined up perfectly on an enemy, but you're forgetting one of the most important rules of an arena shooter. You have to move. In a game like Rivals, Standing still is like putting a giant free kill sign above your head. A good player will use their movements to easily dodge your predictable shots, while you're making yourself the easiest target on the map. The fix is to mix movement with your aiming. You must always be moving, especially when you're shooting. Practice moving left and right, which is called strafing, jumping, and sliding, all while keeping your crosshair locked on a single point. This is called movement aiming, and it's a game changer. Go into the shooting range and pick a single bot. Now try to win a fight against it while always moving. It will feel weird and hard at first, but mastering this skill makes you a very difficult target to hit. Remember, dodging shots from enemies is just as important as landing your own. So let's recap. If you find yourself staring at the floor, always getting shot first, widely over or under flicking your shots, completely losing track of moving enemies, or standing still in the middle of a gunfight, then it's definitely time to admit it. Your aim is the problem. But here's the good news. Every single one of these problems is a skill that can be trained and improved. It's time to stop blaming your gear, stop making excuses, and start putting in the work to win your fights. If this video helped you find a mistake in your own gameplay, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more guides to help you get better in the game. I want to know what you're working on, so comment below and tell me which of these 5 mistakes you make the most. Now stop watching, get out there, and start practicing.